In the year 2002, I was no-knock raided by the chief of police, Michael Moore of LAPD, with an entire SWAT team twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past couple years, what I've done is I've been able to devise a system, understanding that the police have created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that they use to arrest you. I've also created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for you to follow that gives you back the power when you're forced to interact with these jackboot thug pigs. It has become a tyrannical jackboot thug police state, prison state, death state. I will win the governorship and I will change the policies from the top down.
Hi, I'm Corporal Wayne with the Philadelphia County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any taillights on.
So cops got me pulled over. First thing I'm going to do when I start recording is I'm going to put this hand right here. You see that? You see how that works? This hand is now up in the air. My camera is going to bright up the sky. So if it's nighttime, then the coppers can see that the camera is in my hand. You can see that my hand is here. The other hand goes up into the window. I'm in touchdown position right here. My hands look like they're a goalpost. This hand is actually, I took my little miniature armrest right here. I put it up right here. Bam. This is how I use my trifold. If anything happens to me, I'm all set right here. Okay, now that I got this like this, my camera's rolling. Most important thing. Second thing, my elbow goes in the windowsill right there. Do you see that? My elbow goes in the windowsill right there. There it is, right there. Now, with this hand up in the air and this hand up in the windowsill right here, I'm all set. I'm all set. The most I'm going to do is take the same hand right here, reach down and slightly roll my window down just a scooch. I'm all set up. I'm in touchdown position. This hand is rolling camera. This hand is up here so that I can reach up and grab my trifold and my proof of identification and my license. Everything is up in my visor. When that copper comes up to my window and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over? Do you know how fast you were going? How come you didn't pull over right away?" If he says, "Hey, can I get your license, registration, and proof of insurance?" Great, because this hand is not going to have a camera in it. The one that I got my hand in now, my camera's in this hand over here. I'm in touchdown position, just like a goalpost. Now from right here, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to, with the same hand that this phone's in, I'm going to reach over and grab my license, registration, and proof of insurance that is in my trifold right here. It's inside my trifold. Here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance right there. I got everything right there. See how that works? I'm just going to slide that bad chicken out. There's everything I have to provide by law right there. License, registration, proof of insurance. I have everything right next to my trifold. Now, no matter what he says from there, I don't care what he says. How fast were you going? Are you going to your grandma's house? Are you the big bad wolf? No matter what he says, I'm not going to answer any of his questions. I take my license, registration, proof of insurance that will be in my left hand, and I give it to him. You got it on video?
Not your actual.
No, that's not that, but that's got my DL number right on the top.
Okay.
D1940.
So you have your actual driver's license?
Well, I mean, that is an actual photocopy of my driver's license, a laser copy. Actually, if I take the rest of the tape off there, it looks prettier than my actual driver's license. There you go. I don't want to deal with he didn't identify himself. He didn't have his registration. He didn't have his current ID. He didn't have his current insurance card. No, no, no. I have everything ready to go. It's right here with the same hand right here. I'm going to take it like this, and I'm just going to slip my information right out the cracked window for that jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. JBTP, jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. I don't have a back and forth with the pig. I don't do that. I do not have a back and forth with that pig. Where are you going? Where are you heading? All that? No. I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm not even going to entertain it. Not going to nod. Nothing. I'm going to give him my license, registration, proof of insurance. I'm just going to slip it right there. That's how it's going to work. Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. Here's the insurance. Here's the rental car agreement. And my driver's license is right here. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around because you could die. It's a real thing. It's a reality here. So now I'm not going to get myself killed because I didn't follow a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. I'm recording everything with my phone from over here. Everything's being recorded. You see that? The phone is facing me, so my head is the most important thing. Now, once I've given him my license, registration, and proof of insurance, I'm filming everything. He asked me where I'm going. I say I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay.
If you ask me another question, you're violating my rights, and I'll file a lawsuit against you. Write your ticket, do what you're going to do, but don't harass me any further.
Your Honor, I'm showing him on camera that I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. Say it with me. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. This is how it goes. This is the way it is. Now, if he says, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Do you have a firearm in the car? I'm then going to take my trifold and point at it, and I'm going to go down the list of questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm been. Don't ask me what my favorite color is. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. It says everything right there on your freaking trifold. You don't have to answer any questions. He says, where are you coming from? And I say, Your Honor, I have shown the pig at the window that I clearly have identified that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment, and he already asked me where I'm going. He's violated my Fifth Amendment right. I'm showing him on video. It's on the literature. Your Honor, this is for my federal civil rights lawsuit. If I was you, pig, I would just go write your ticket. That's what I would do if I was you, pig.
Get the hell out of my face. There's everything you need. Go on.
That's what I would. If I was you, piggy, I would go and write your ticket. This is how it works. This is how you use your trifold completely. This is the way you do it. There's no other way that I've taught. This is how you do it. Phone goes here. Elbow goes here. Trifold, identification, everything is up in the visor here. I'm ready to go. These bootlicking troll channels, they sat down and they did the math one time and they said, well, Chille, if he sells 20 trifolds in a day, that's some pretty good money. Why would he live so poor? Why wouldn't he spend some money? Why wouldn't he go and do some things? Well, you jack off nobody. It's because I have a mission. There's a purpose here. My purpose is to get a trifold in every single car in America. The mission is to get the Fifth Amendment cop cards in everybody's wallet. The yellow and blue cards only come out when there's a pig in front of you. That's when the yellow and blue cards come out. You don't pull the yellow and blue cards out until there's a pig in front of you. You memorize the cards so you know it backwards and forward. But this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new redesigned Fifth Amendment cop card. Now, the driver card is in blue and the non-driver card is in yellow. Now, they're easily color-coded. So you know driving is blue, non-driving is yellow. You have to have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet at all times. If you carry your credit cards in your phone, it's the exact same size as your Visa, as your driver's license. And these cards, they're made out of the exact same material as a hotel key, your Visa card, your driver's license. They don't destroy. It won't melt in your wallet. You need to have a Fifth Amendment driver and non-driver cop card in your wallet. These are the best gift you'll ever give anybody. Thanks. My name is ChilleDeCastro, and I am DeleteLawZ. Sorry about that. Let me do it like this. Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of DeleteLawZ. I know it's a little bit late tonight. Everybody, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Just real fast, hit the like button if you would. And then type in the comment section like Kinetic Customs and Racing as OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. I know it's late. I just wanted to come on for a little while tonight because there was some stuff I wanted to cover from the armed fisherman. He put a video out this morning and I saw it, and I didn't get a chance to share it just yet, but I want to get into this. Ryut audits, everybody do me a favor, hit the like button and then put in the comment section OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. This is exactly the reason why right here, what you're going to see, the reason why we have to overturn Terry versus Ohio. This is the actual, and that's this video. We probably won't be here for too long, but I absolutely had to show you this. Did I see Cope Doggy Dog? Did I see Cope Doggy Dog? Cope Doggy Dog in the hizzy.
What's going on, Cope Dog? How is everybody? What is going on? How are you guys? Nick Volk is in here. Nice to see you, Nick. How you doing, buddy? Good to see everybody. Roger, nice to see you, my friend. Mikey, good to see you. Joe, good to see you. Chevy, what is up, Chevy? Dirty Harry, what is going on? How is everybody? All right, so I want to show you just a little bit of this real quick. And then, how's the sound? Are we okay? Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me okay. Remember what the special is that I'm giving this week. If you buy one trifold, I'm giving you everything I sell in my store for free. So all you have to do is buy one trifold, go to DeleteLawZ.com, DeleteLawZ.com, Mama Lion. Go to DeleteLawZ.com, and then I'm going to put in your envelope a free pair of cop cards. And then on the SKUs on my store, I'm going to give you every single thing I sell in my store, my ebook, my digital trifold, so you can print out a lot more and then give them out to friends and family. But I think that right now, this is something that we need to take a look at. Les Paul is in here. What's going on? Angry We Audits, Mama Lion. How is everybody? Man, good to see everybody. I'm sorry I was doing stuff all day today. I'm almost got my head 100% back. It's a hard transition coming back from jail, to be honest. And you can see the numbers are way down. There's a couple hundred people in here because we have a bunch of channels, but the numbers are way down. Rebel Studios, Les OTVO. Good to see you, my friend. So let's check this out. This is from the Armed Fisherman channel. If you guys haven't seen it, congratulations, Armed Fisherman, on 200,000 subscribers. This has 37,000 views in just 17 hours. But you know, every day I ask you guys when you come in the room to type in the comment section OTVO. Well, here's the reason why. Here's the actual reason why I ask you to put in the comment section OTVO. I'm not sure how much of this we should show. I want you guys to have to go watch this whole video, but I want to just show just a couple minutes.
Citizens can bear arms.
Okay. So at 1409.51, and I'm just going to refer to that Z as Zulu. We'll try and get somebody else to verify that that's what that is later.
We'll just go to the beginning of this bad chicken. So this cop is testifying.
You gotta leave that gun right there.
Why?
Because you can't carry open.
Down. Don't move for the gun. Don't move for the gun.
I ain't touching my gun, man.
Put them on your head.
Did you see that? They came up with guns drawn because he's got a fishing pole and he's carrying a firearm, which is legal in Florida.
You gotta leave that gun right there.
Why?
Because you can't carry open.
Down. Don't move for the gun. Don't move for the gun.
I ain't touching my gun, man.
Put them on your head.
To your
So
knowledge.
that's what the entire case is based on. And then when this guy comes in, he's going to testify.
951, and I'm just going to refer to that Z as Zulu. We'll try and get somebody else to verify that that's what that is later. But at that time, y'all drew had your firearms out and were ordering these people to do something.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that almost as soon as y'all started putting cuffs on, they started trying to tell y'all about 790.25 and the right to open carry while fishing?
Your head. Put it on your head.
Why? What's going on, man? What's going on, guys? I'm not resisting. Not resisting.
Your hands up.
Not resisting.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what's going on.
We'll explain to you now, man.
Hey, I'm letting you know within the Florida statute. Hey, please, it's locked and loaded, buddy. It's a server holstered. Please.
Hey, go brother.
We got two over here. We got four.
My sidearm's hot as well.
Sit down.
Huh? My sidearm is
Sit down. Are you telling me to sit down? I'm sitting down.
Sit down.
I'm trying.
We're gonna explain. We're gonna explain. We're gonna explain it to you, man.
Hey, if you can, excuse me, officer, I'm not trying to resist, but you see that little paper over there? You see that paper?
Relax.
Almost as soon as y'all started putting cuffs on, they started trying to tell y'all about 790.25 and the right to open carry while fishing.
Objection to form.
A lot was being said that they were saying. I can't remember everything on the top of my head, sir.
Okay. It's a lot of confusion, like you said, right?
Yes, sir.
In that initial instant.
Just referring, like at that time, we're regarding to our safety and the civilian safety and even their safety.
So, officer, you've referred several times to safety. I'm going to ask you a question that I'm sure Mr. Switkus will tell me it's argumentative, but I have to ask it. Do you consider your safety more important than the citizens you were approaching right then?
Objection to form and argumentative.
You may answer.
So not to disappoint counsel.
You may answer.
Okay. At the end of the day, our safety comes first.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you, I'm out.
And then I would say the citizens behind. But I would actually, in my opinion, citizen safety comes first.
That doesn't make no sense. My man.
Okay. Well, those people were citizens, right?
Yes.
So who does their safety come first, or does yours come first, or are they equal?
Well, in this situation, if you're talking about this situation, our safety comes first.
Your safety comes before the safety rights of Mr. Taylor and everybody else that was out there.
Objection to form.
Yes.
Okay. Does your safety come before their civil rights?
Yes.
Yes?
What the fuck did you just say, sir?
I don't know. Does your safety come before their civil rights?
Yes.
Yes?
I would have to say yes, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier.
Sure, go ahead.
In the world we live in, just because they tell me they're good people, criminals lie to us every day.
The question here today is, can law enforcement lie to a suspect? And the short answer is yes, they can.
Criminals lie to us every day. That's why we do our records check and the guns check. If everything copes out, they're on their way.
Okay. But you later determined that nobody out there had committed any criminal violation that day, didn't you?
At the end of pending an investigation, yes.
Once you had everybody disarmed and the people you felt needed to be handcuffed, did the citizens on the pier try to tell you about the right to open carry while fishing?
From my recollection, I don't believe anybody told us anything out of the citizens. You mean the citizens that were detained or the people that were on the pier?
The people you detained.
Oh, my mistake.
That's okay.
My mistake.
Fair error.
And guys, you're both doing it. The court reporter.
I'm so sorry again.
You both down at the same time. I'm going to play referee.
No, but that was my mistake, sir. I thought you meant the people on the pier, not the people that were detained.
Fair error.
I apologize on that. My mistake.
When you started detaining the people you were detaining, do you remember them almost immediately trying to tell you about the statute?
Like I told you, when we first detained them, there was a lot of verbal going on. And once we sat them down and detained them, to my recollection, I believe they started mentioning.
Excuse me, sir. You see that over there by that black bag? There's a Florida statute right there that'll help you understand why we're out here. Excuse me, sir. Officer William or Villamont? Excuse me, sir. Mitchell? Can you look at that little paper right there next to that black bag? It'll explain the Florida statute while open carrying, while fishing, hunting, and camping. Sir, I don't consent to you searching my bag.
Reference what?
I told you about the little friggin' that paper that right there that would explain that we're all legal citizens and we're not doing anything illegal.
And I believe they started mentioning.
Okay. Did you take any steps to research and find out whether they were right?
Objection to form.
At the time, I was securing the firearms.
Okay. How long did it take you to secure the firearms?
Once again, I can't remember. I can't give you an estimate because once I put the firearms down and everything was safe, I started running the checks on them.
Okay.
And that took a while, but I can't give you an exact estimate.
Are you familiar or have you been trained on any court decisions that regarding things like whether or not you can move items in a house to check serial numbers on it?
Repeat the question again.
Have you had any training in regards to your right when doing a search of a home? Have you been trained regarding whether or not you're allowed to, like, let's say, move a stereo to see the serial number on it before, so that you can see if it's a stolen stereo?
No.
You hadn't received any training?
No, sir.
Okay.
To the top of my knowledge, no.
Okay. But you have been trained that you are allowed to remove any firearm you come across from the person's holster and run that serial number?
Objection to form.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember how long into the... Almost as soon as y'all started putting cuffs on, they started trying to tell y'all about 790.25 and the right to open carry while fishing?
Objection to form.
A lot was being said that they were saying. I can't remember everything on the top of my head, sir.
Okay. It's a lot of confusion, like you said, right?
You know, Yes, sir.
in that initial instant?
You know, just referring, like at that time, we're regarding to our safety and the civilian safety and even their safety.
Listen carefully right here, people. Listen very carefully.
So, officer, you've referred several times to safety. I'm going to ask you a question that I'm sure Mr. Switkus will tell me it's argumentative, but I have to ask it. Do you consider your safety more important than the citizens you were approaching right then?
Do you consider your safety more important than the citizens?
You consider your safety more important than the citizens you were approaching right then?
Objection to form and argumentative.
You may answer.
So not to disappoint counsel.
You may answer.
Okay. At the end of the day, our safety comes first.
There it is. There it is.
Do you consider your safety more important than the citizens you were approaching right then?
Objection to form and argumentative.
You may answer.
So not to disappoint counsel.
You may answer.
Okay. At the end of the day, our safety comes first.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you, I'm out.
And then I would say the citizens behind, but I would actually, in my opinion, citizen safety comes first.
That doesn't make no sense. My man.
Okay. Well, those people were citizens, right?
Yes.
So does their safety come first or does yours come first, or are they equal?
Well, in this situation, if you're talking about this situation, our safety comes first.
Your safety comes before the safety rights of Mr. Taylor and everybody else that was.
There it is right there. And so this is the reason why we put OTVO in the chat. Let's listen to it one more time.
Or are they equal?
Well,
okay. Well, those people were citizens, right?
Yes.
So does their safety come first or does yours come first, or are they equal?
Well, in this situation, if you're talking about this situation, our safety comes first.
Your safety comes before the safety rights of Mr. Taylor and everybody else that was out there.
Objection to form.
Yes.
Okay. Does your safety come before their civil rights?
Yes.
Yes?
What the fuck did you just say, Sal?
I don't know. Does your safety come before their civil rights?
Yes.
Yes?
I would have to say yes, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier.
Sure, go ahead.
In the world we live in, just because they tell me they're good people, criminals lie to us every day.
So, in other words, you have to prove that you are a good person. You have to the cop has to know you. You have to be friends with him for him to know that you're a good person. Safety over your rights, security over your rights. Where does that concept come from? Where does it come from? Anybody? It comes from the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. That's where it comes from. And if you read the Terry holding here, and you get down here, was the search and seizure of Terry and the other men in violation of the Fourth Amendment. What are we seeing happen right here? We're seeing the search and seizure of the armed fishermen and the gentlemen who were with him. So is a search and seizure of you a violation of the Fourth Amendment? And then it says here, the court held that the search undertaken by the officers was reasonable under the Fourth Amendment, and that the weapon seized could be introduced into evidence against John Terry. Attempting to focus narrowly on the facts of this particular case, the court found that the officer acted on more than a hunch, and a reasonably prudent man would have warranted in believing Terry was armed and thus prevented a threat to officer safety. There it is right there. There it is. The entire reason you're hearing this copper sit there and talk about officer safety is because of the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. And I salute you, armed fishermen. You have put in, if you guys don't know who the armed fisherman is, I'm going to drop his video in the chat section so you guys can watch it. I didn't show the whole thing because I want you guys to have to go and watch his video. The armed fisherman has been putting in years. He's been putting in years and years and years. And I'll tell you what, armed fishermen, your efforts have finally paid off. The armed fisherman now has exposed the Terry versus Ohio officer safety over our civil liberties directly in a deposition from a cop who's going to sit there and say that officer safety is more important than your rights. That comes directly from the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. A reasonably prudent man would believe that Terry was armed and presented a threat to officer safety, and he was acting suspiciously. The court held that the search undertaken by the officers was reasonable under the Fourth Amendment and that the weapons seized could be introduced into evidence. So they can seize you first. They can seize you first. Your rights are not first. Officer safety is first. I put the link down there for the Armed Fisherman's video so you guys can watch the entire thing in entirety. Yep. Lots of trifolds went out this week. We probably did about 50 trifolds this week. So if you guys don't have a trifold, remember, a lot of people are talking about in the crowd. Put a one in the chat if you have a trifold. You have to have a trifold in your car. Go to DeleteLawZ.com. When you get a trifold, I'm also going to give you the cop cards for free. Driver and non-driver. They're just like a driver's license or a credit card. Goes in your wallet. If you're a driver in the car, it's just like your trifold. So if you're driving a rent-a-car, and it's numbered 1 through 6. So a lot of people got the trifolds this week. Number 1, cop sighted, you start filming. Number 2, cop approaches. So you definitely want to make sure you have a trifold in your car. And I'm going to give you the cop cards. I'm going to give you everything I sell in my store for free with the purchase of 1 trifold. So thanks for your support. And also, I hope it supports you, so you have a little bit more confidence. This bad chicken goes right over your visor. I send you this fancy broccoli wad rubber band in the mail with it. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. You don't have to put anything in the comment section. I'm going to give you everything I sell for free regardless. Doesn't matter what you put in there. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. How is everybody? Good to see everybody. So this is it right here. You're looking at it. You're looking at it. You're looking at the actual case law that creates the problem that we're dealing with, attempting to focus narrowly on the facts of this particular case. And now they apply it to all of us. It says it right there. Attempting to focus narrowly on the facts of this case. But that means that we're all subjected to a reasonably prudent man would believe that there's a threat to officer safety. Suspicious behavior. What are the 3 tenets of Terry versus Ohio? What are the 3 prongs of Terry? Number 1, officer safety over your rights. You're reading that right there. Number 2, cops can run up and grab you, and they call it a pat down. But is it a pat down or is it a POW style of arrest? You tell me. And then number 3, they can detain you and put you in torture cuffs. Those are the 3 tenets of Terry versus Ohio. You just heard that copper sit there and say, officer safety, that his safety is more important than our constitutional rights. That is so flawed and so backwards. I hope everybody takes a clip of that and shares that on their TikTok, their Instagram, their YouTube, their Facebook. Share it everywhere. That is so morbid. Officer safety is not over our civil liberties. It was created in 1968, and whether you like it or not, it was based on racism, so that cops could run up and grab Black Panthers and pat them down and put them in torture cuffs. That's why Terry versus Ohio was passed. Black people were not freed in 1954 with Brown versus Board of Education. That's a bald-faced lie. Black people were not freed until the 1964 Civil Rights Act, 10 years after Brown versus Board of Education. Then America largely started to desegregate. There was even a Supreme Court case in 1968 where they were still talking about a certain place that wouldn't desegregate. And Hugo Black, who previously was a lifetime member of the KKK and disavowed racism and disavowed the KKK, he then said, "Why the hell aren't you desegregating?" He lost the case. He was a dissenter in that particular case. So you're seeing it right there. You're seeing it. And what is the result of officer safety over our rights? You now have a group of Americans. Put a 1 in the chat if you distrust the cops. Put a 1 in the chat if you dislike the cops. Put a 1 in the chat if you hate the cops. Put a 1 in the chat if you can't stand police. Put a 1 in the chat if the cops drive you absolutely crazy. That when you see a cop car, it gives you PTSD. It gives you anxiety. And why is that? Because their safety is more important than our rights. So everything done in officer safety. What's the motto of police? Anybody know what the motto of police is? The motto of police is whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. Fist bump. Whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. Fist bump. You know, I had to shoot that Sonia Massey in the eye. It went out the back of her neck because she had a pot of boiling water. Hey, man, whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. Fist bump. Whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift dramatically lowers standard of care. You just heard that copper say that officer safety is over our rights, that his safety is more important than our rights and our civil liberties. And what does that create? How many people are activists? How many people are out there filming cops? How many people, when you see a cop pulled over on the side of the road, you flip over in your car and you pull out your camera and you just start recording him from your window? If you're not doing it, you should be. Every time you see a copper pulled over in a parking lot, in a mall parking lot, on the side of the road where it's safe for you to pull over and film, you should be filming cops. Cope doggy dog. Cope dogs in a hizzy. Chevy. What's going on, Playboy? So do you understand? You have got to film cops because they put their safety over our rights. And what does that create? That creates a rightfully indignant American populace. We no longer trust cops at all. We don't trust you at all, cops. I mean, let me put a 1 in the chat for myself. Put a 1 in the chat if you trust cops. Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. I trust cops zero. I don't trust them at all whatsoever. I mean, who's with me on it? Who trusts cops? Absolutely zero. Put a 1 in the chat if you trust them. Absolutely none. I mean, and that creates a rightfully indignant. Nova Brands is with me. Lezo TVO. Gloria is with me. American Patriot. Mandatory myocarditis. Raven. Cope Dog has no trust at all. I don't know how to say that. Liquid Chick. Skip Nap. Look how many people. Chevy. Showcase Audits. Scott. Couch Fam. Shakur Capital. Look how many people, coppers. It's not because I called you guys pigs. These people distrust cops because of what you've done, because of your behavior, the way you behave. And you created this crowd now that's going to be against you and be raucously against you. So this channel over here is called Siberian Tiger. And the reason why I'm showing you this right after, I'll drop the link for this video down in the chat for you so you guys can have a copy of it. If you want to get over there, subscribe to his channel, give him a like. I already did. I dropped a couple comments for him already. My comments didn't show up. I dropped comments 3 or 4 hours ago. But Siberian Tiger, that's the name of this channel. And so when you have a populace that greatly distrusts the police and doesn't trust the people who we pay to be security for us, to look out for us, to watch our back, to protect and serve, to be civil servants, then you're going to get people like Siberian Tiger and like DeleteLawZ. I'm one of those people. I can't stand these guys. And the reason I can't stand you is because of your policies, procedures, and protocols. That the Supreme Court has worked hand in lockstep with cops and I hate to say it, but listen, if you don't know, Terry versus Ohio is racist. I'm sorry, it is. It's based on racism. It sucks to say that. Who's a conservative? I identify as a liberal conservative, as a conservative liberal. I'm right in the middle of everything. But I definitely have some really conservative roots inside of me. So I don't want everything to be racist. I can't stand that. You can't blame a white guy because the black guy didn't succeed. Black guy's got to do more. But you can blame the system that targets the black man, that targets him to ruin him, to put him in jail, to charge him with crimes he didn't do. We saw Rolando Bass the other day. Got pulled over. Those cops did everything they could to arrest him. He's got a really funny story. I'm going to get more into that later. But right now, I want to show you guys a little bit of this video, just the first 5 or 6 minutes here. This is a really great audit. If you guys haven't seen this audit yet, this is a great audit. So they got this guy pulled over. He's got his stuff tied on. See, and I'm just going to interrupt one more time, and then I'm going to shut up, and we're going to watch a little bit of this video. Look at this gentleman. He has all of his stuff tied on the top of his roof with tarps. He doesn't have bags that he put it. Bags cost money. So this gentleman in this car, this is not a really expensive SUV. It's pretty inexpensive. So the guy in this SUV is struggling. Can we see that? He's not doing so well. He's not doing well financially. I'm gonna shut up for 5 minutes here, and I'm gonna watch this with you guys. I'm gonna try to shut up.
So did he keister it or what?
So they got a bunch of bottles on top, and I'm not sure if you heard what she just said, but she just said, "Did he keister it? Did he stick it up his booty or what?" Look at all the bottles he's recycling. Look at the 2003 SUV.
can go over there and record, but not right here.
See, there it is. He gave him a directive and he had no right to do that. He's standing on a public sidewalk. He's filming them so they don't plant anything in the car.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm law enforcement. I'm the police here.
Okay.
So you can go over there and record, but not right here.
I asked you, who are you?
Okay. I'm telling you, I'll talk to you over there.
Identify yourself.
You can see my name right here. You can read. Go that way, please.
Badge number?
We don't have badges. Okay.
ID number?
Okay.
Employee number?
Let's go over there and I'll talk to you.
Why?
Because this is our scene.
Okay.
You're interrupting our scene because we don't know who you are.
How?
We don't know who you are.
How am I interrupting?
If you're gonna obstruct, continue. I'll take you to jail. I'll arrest you.
How am I obstructing?
Because we're in the middle of the investigation.
Okay.
And we don't know who you are. You can be standing here with weapons. We don't know.
You see any weapons?
I don't know. You can conceal. I don't know.
You see any weapons?
I don't know you. Okay. I'm asking you politely. You can record.
You see that? He stepped back. Watch the auditor step back. Siberian Tiger's going to step back. Watch.
I don't know. You can conceal. I don't know.
You see any weapons?
I don't know you. Okay.
He stepped back. The cop stepped forward. Did you see it?
Because we're in the middle of the investigation.
Okay.
And we don't know who you are. You can be standing here with weapons. We don't know.
You see any weapons?
I don't know.
Back.
You can conceal. I don't know.
You see any weapons?
I don't know you. Okay.
Now
I'm asking you politely. You can.
Now the cop stepped back on him right there. So at this point right here, now that you step back, don't step back another inch. You already stepped back. You don't have to step back any further. And this is a bunch of the cases that were listed in my appeal. This is Glick versus Cuniff. This is Turner versus Driver. This is Israel versus Yeehaw. This right here, he's already stepped back. He no longer has to step back any further. They asked him to step back. He did step back. You don't have to step back any further. Don't move your feet after that. You tell the cop, my feet are planted. Glick versus Cuniff and the First Amendment. I'm a member of the press. I'm allowed to film. You can get out of my face. And what you should do is you should pull out your non-driver cop card to number 4 and tell him right here, I have a right to film police, or pull out the blue one as well. They both say the same thing, that cop approaches and states alleged infraction, and you say Fifth Amendment. Number 1, start filming and state, I invoke my First Amendment right. 2017, Turner versus Driver upholds the First Amendment right to film police. Number 1 on the blue card. Show this to him and repeat it. There it is. And then say, I'm at least 10 feet away. I'm not moving my feet. Glick versus Cuniff sets that 10 feet parameter out of the First Circuit. So we know that I have a right to be here and I have a right to film you.
Record all day long. All you want from over there.
Let's get something straight.
Okay,
I was standing on the sidewalk.
Sir,
you
please
came
go
around
over
the
there.
car.
Sir, please go over there.
You are right now harassing me.
No, I'm not. You're harassing us, actually.
You're right now approaching me.
Yeah, I am approaching you.
Yeah.
Because you're making our scene unsafe.
How?
Okay, because we don't know who you are.
So what? You don't know who that guy is.
Okay.
Can you tell him to move?
He's across the street. He's not in our scene.
So?
Okay, you're in our scene right now.
Are you the supervisor?
Okay. No, I'm not.
Tough guy?
Wait.
Get back to your job.
I am doing my job.
Shut up.
Hey.
Mind your business. I'm standing on a public sidewalk.
Sure.
And if you're gonna approach me, I'm gonna consider you a threat.
Okay. You
got a problem? I will consider you to be a threat. You are harassing me.
No, I'm not.
I will defend myself.
No, I'm not.
Do you know the state? Do you know what state we're in?
Yes, we're in the state of Washington.
Exactly.
Go over there, please.
So if I'm not breaking any laws, and I'm simply was standing here, and you approached me and you're harassing me, your ass better get the hell out of here. Got it?
No, you can walk over there.
No. Get your supervisor. Who's your supervisor? Who's the supervisor on scene?
Keep going.
So right here, and as you guys know, you haven't seen me do any audits yet lately. I'm going to start auditing again. Right here, I would inform the cop, I'm a member of the press. It's my First Amendment right to be here. I'm standing in this particular position more than 10 feet away to make sure that I can film what the cop is doing inside the car. Put a 1 in the chat if cops plant drugs. Put a 1 in the chat if cops plant guns. Put a 1 in the chat if cops will plant anything to arrest you. If cops plant weed. Put a 1 in the chat. We know that. So we can now tell the copper, and this is for Siberian Tiger, love your work, dude. I just got turned on to you today. I watched a couple of your videos. You tell the cop, I can't move my feet from right here because then I can't see what you guys are doing as you're putting your hands inside someone's car. There's nobody here to monitor you. I'm going to be doing my job as the press to make sure I film what you guys are doing inside of that car. So please don't obstruct my view, or you're violating my First Amendment right. Then it is prior restraint if you stand in front of my camera, because then I can't film the cops doing their job in their official capacity. Glick versus Cuniff. I have a right to film public officials in their official capacity. So if you're blocking me from filming the search, then you're obstructing my First Amendment right. That I can hold you liable, and I'll just file a lawsuit. I'm going to call Chille at DeleteLawZ. We're going to crowdfund it, and we're going to sue your ass. That's what we're going to do. So make sure you tell him what you're doing and why you're doing it, because the judge could listen to it later.
Who's the supervisor?
Keep going over there, please.
Your ass better back up. Your ass better back up.
Go over there, please.
Your ass better back up.
Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm a free man. I was walking freely. I'm standing on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
I was not doing anything, and my freedom of speech is not interfering, dumbass.
It's not your freedom of speech.
What is it then? What am I doing? Am I blocking you? Am I physically doing anything? Your ass came over here and bothered me and threatened me.
I'm not threatening anything.
Yeah, you just threatened to arrest me for obstruction.
Okay, because you are obstructing.
How?
Because you're hindering our investigation.
How?
We're stopping this to deal with you.
How? Your ass came over to talk to me.
Exactly.
Why?
Because you're hindering our investigation.
How?
Because we don't know who you are.
You're stupid.
Okay.
Learn the law, dumbass.
Okay.
That's why I'm raising my voice. I'm sick and tired of punks like you, tyrants like you, harassing law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
Do you feel the same way? Listen to this. Listen to what Siberian Tiger says right here.
Okay.
Learn the law, dumbass.
Okay.
That's why I'm raising my voice. I'm sick and tired of punks like you, tyrants like you, harassing law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
Piss off.
Okay.
Put a 1 in the chat if you feel exactly the same. Let me get a 1 for myself here. 1 second. Let me put a 1 in the chat for myself. I feel exactly the same way as Siberian Tiger.
Learn the law, dumbass.
Okay.
That's why I'm raising my voice. I'm sick and tired of punks like you, tyrants like you, harassing law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
Piss off.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Okay. See, you stupid like morons. Standing in the road. Oh, I'm going to arrest you for trespassing. Or I'm going to arrest you for hindering. Or I'm going to arrest you for interfering. How am I interfering? Articulate it.
DeCastro versus Nevada. DeCastro versus Clark County. It's case law in Nevada now. Obstruction is a physical act. This is in Washington State. I'm sure there's a similar holding in Washington State.
I'm waiting.
I've explained it to you.
Articulate it. Standing on the sidewalk, exercising my constitutional rights is hindering your investigation. What you're doing here, here's what you're doing. When you're blocking my camera, you're interfering with me. You're interfering with my First Amendment. You're violating federal law. That's prior restraint. Federal law, federal violation, prior restraint, violation of my constitutional rights. Kiss my ass. Go ahead and arrest me.
You're not a very nice person.
I don't give a damn what you think about me. You're a tyrant.
Okay, he said that Siberian Tiger isn't a very nice person. What kind of person are you, bro? There's 10,000 possible jobs. Just 10,000. Let's say is there more than 10,000 jobs that you could do in the United States? Yes, there is. Out of the thousands and thousands of jobs that you could have chosen to do, you chose to do this. This is what you chose to do. And you say that Siberian Tiger is not a very nice person. What kind of human being is this guy? What kind of person are you?
Violation of my constitutional rights. Kiss my ass. Go ahead and arrest me.
You're not a very nice person.
I don't give a damn what you think about me. You're a tyrant. You're a tyrant.
No.
CHN tyrant.
Okay.
Got it?
Sure.
That's right.
Okay,
Sure. So all you can do is harass people. What's going on here?
You don't need to know that.
Yeah, I do.
What's that? Okay.
I love how Siberian Tiger, you see, he's still getting the shot. Look at this auditor. What a G. He's still getting the shot to see if your camera's going to catch something in one of these dirty jackboot thug pigs. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. One of these pigs putting something in a car.
So all you can do is harass people.
You see that? He leans his camera over to get the shot. This copper's blocking his shot. That's prior restraint.
What's going on here?
You don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Look at that. You don't need to know that. Showing who they are.
I do.
What's that? Okay.
Yeah. Identify yourself.
Okay.
I'm a police officer.
I know you're a police officer. I can see police. I said identify yourself.
It's right here. It's on my left.
Is that your name right here?
Listen to this line. Okay, so pay very close attention. He says right here, and listen to what Siberian Tiger says.
I said identify yourself.
It's right here. It's on my desk.
Is that your name right here? You see what I mean? You don't even have respect to properly identify yourself. And you want respect. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to respect pieces like shit like you. Got it?
It should be reciprocated. Should not be.
Got it? I'm not going to respect you because you have no respect for citizens.
Sorry, what did he just say? What did this copper just say? Let's listen to this again.
I don't give a damn. I'm not going to respect pieces like shit like you. Got it?
It should be reciprocated. Should not be.
Got it?
But it's not, copper. It is not reciprocated. You cops are terrible to us. You treat us horribly. Listen, if you don't know me, I'm a very nice person. Why do I have such disdain, dislike, and distrust for these dirty jackboot thug pigs? Because of the way you've treated me, the way you've treated my family, my friends, my coworkers, the way you've treated my dog, the way you've treated anybody or anything that has to do with life. You guys are terrible. Don't you understand that? People don't dislike you because I call you pigs. Don't call them pigs, Chille. Don't call them pigs. They don't like it. People dislike you because of the way you guys behave, because of what you do to people. And then he says, respect is a two-way street. You're supposed to respect both ways. I'm not going to interrupt it now for about 90 seconds. I want you to listen to how he takes this comment from, he says, oh, it's right here. What's your name and badge number? He says, right here. And then listen to what he says. This is genius.
We're almost done.
Yeah? Identify yourself.
Okay. I'm a police officer. Please.
I know you're a police officer. I can see police. I said identify yourself.
It's right here. It's on my desk.
Is that your name right here? You see what I mean? You don't even have respect to properly identify yourself. And
spot on.
You want respect.
I
don't give a damn. I'm not going to respect pieces like shit like you. Got it?
It should be reciprocated. Should not be.
Got it? I'm not going to respect you because you have no respect for citizens.
Oh, okay.
Zero.
Spot
and then
on.
you threaten me. Okay. You are all public servants. By the way, I guarantee it's your policy to identify yourself, so I'll check on it.
Yeah, I did. And I did. I told you. You can read our names. It's all right there.
How about you, sir? Identify yourself.
Sure.
Yeah, you too? Seems like you got a lot of cousins here. Right there, right there. Everybody same name?
It says Johnson right on it.
Everybody's the same name?
Mine says Johnson.
Say it
Why is he trying to block him from filming what they're doing in the car?
again. Says Johnson. How about you?
You can read.
Do you know how to verbalize your name?
Yeah, it says on, like I said.
Yeah. The only thing I heard was this right here. And then this guy's too. You're also right here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
I would really like to be searching this vehicle.
Good. I'm not stopping you. Your ass has approached me. Your ass has harassed me.
You understand that we can't do that with you?
I don't give a damn. I'm not stopping you. Learn the law. Freedom of speech is not interference. Freedom of speech is not obstruction.
I know. We're not arguing your freedom of speech here.
Well, then what are you arguing?
We're arguing the fact that you're endangering our scene.
This plays hand in hand perfectly with the armed fisherman's video.
Well, then what are you arguing?
We're arguing the fact that you're endangering our scene.
They're scared for their safety. One guy with a camera and they're scared.
Ow!
Okay.
Cow, standing on a public sidewalk, dumbass. Standing on a public sidewalk.
Thank you.
Don't even think about touching me.
Hey,
don't even think.
Then he walked right back over to the door to film some more. Great job, Siberian Tiger. Great job.
Hey.
I have freedom of movement. No. Am I being detained?
I'm asking you to
Am
move.
I detained?
I'm asking you
Am
to
I
move.
detained?
I am asking you to
Am
move
I
over.
detained? Am I detained?
Goodness gracious. What is your name?
Am I detained?
Goodness.
Yes or no?
Goodness gracious. What is your name? Is that what he just said?
What is your name?
Am I detained? Am I detained?
Goodness gracious. What is your name?
Dude, don't you understand? You have created this culture, Mr. AHN. You have created this culture. You have created the culture where the people hate you.
Am I detained? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Your silence is going to be concluded as no, I'm not detained. Therefore, I have freedom of movement anywhere in this country, anywhere on the street, anywhere on public sidewalk, and I can say whatever the thing I want. I can yell at you. I can speak against you. I can tell you are pieces of trash.
Yes,
you are tyrants, and there's not a damn thing you can do. And if you
I've
do,
asked you to
I will
respectfully record from over there.
I don't have to obey you.
You've asked him to respectfully record from over there. Well, let's put it into perspective right here, just real fast. If he moves down the line, if he moves 10, 15 feet away, south of the vehicle, then he's not going to be able to film what the cops are doing inside of that vehicle. And so Siberian Tiger gives a little ground and comes back, gives a little ground and comes back. We have to be able to film you in your official capacity, or you're violating the law, copper. You are the one who's not respecting our constitutional rights. We just heard on the Armed Fisherman's video that cops believe that their safety is above our civil liberties, above our constitutional rights. And now this copper wants him to move and violate his First Amendment right to be able to film officials in their official capacity as a member of the press. And look at what he's doing. He's doing everything he can to block the camera to make sure Siberian Tiger can't get the shot of what they're doing.
And if you
I've
do,
asked you to
I will
respectfully record from over there.
I don't have to obey you.
But they're not respectful to us. Respectfully record from over there where he can't get the shot.
Or don't I have to even say, you know what? Are you requesting?
I've asked you. Yes.
Request denied.
Request
Request denied. That's okay. I'm getting plenty of the footage. Don't worry about it. And it looks like it might even be a legal search. Right?
No.
What's the probable cause for search the vehicle?
We don't need to talk to you. You're not,
What's the probable
you're not
cause to
involved in
search
this
the bag?
investigation. You're
Because
not
I've-
involved in this investigation.
Oh, that's okay. It's all public now. You don't have to tell me. I can still find out. But you can't stop me from recording it.
I never said you. I never.
Oh
said you
yeah.
stop.
You,
I
your,
got you to record from over there.
your intimidation is already a threat.
Goodness gracious.
Your intimidation is already a threat. The moment you said you're going to arrest me for obstruction, that's a threat.
No, you're good on this side, yeah.
Let me jump in right here real fast, and I want to comment on what Top Rock said. Top Rock, I'm with you. We have to vote. Now, when it comes to the president, we were given Kamala, and Trump is just the nominee for the Republicans, so we didn't really get a choice. But in individual state elections, especially in districts, you have a choice. You can vote. Now, we haven't had very good leadership in this country, but I still believe in the American dream. I hope and pray that we can get back to the American dream. And I am registered to vote. I will vote this November, and I hope that you guys vote as well. And when I run for office, I'm going to need your vote. So if you're not registered to vote, then please register to vote. Even if you only vote for when I run, that's fine. But you still register to vote, and it's not fine. You need to vote now. You need to vote for your local officials, for your mayor, for your city council members, for your county commissioners. You need to vote, and you need to hold them accountable for the platform that they claim they're running on. I'm running on changing policing entirely from top to bottom. So I'm with you, Top Rock. I'm with you all the way. I'm 100% for voting.
The moment you said you're going to arrest me for obstruction, that's a threat.
No, you're good on this side, yeah. Stay up strong.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Are we done with the car? We're done with the car. We're not done with the car.
See?
I got you.
See? You came across somebody who is not afraid of you, who is not intimidated of you, who is not going to back down, who is not going to obey your unlawful orders. Got it? And your asses better learn, and learn quick, that we the citizens had enough of this shit of yours. Threats, intimidation, violation of our rights, enough. And we are fighting back. Got it?
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Good. So next time you're asked to see me on the street, you better say, sir, we are so glad you're exercising your rights, and we are going to stay out of your way, and we're going to do our thing, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm going to get in your grill, and you're going to hear me roar.
Okay.
Understand?
Sure.
Like a lion or like a tiger, and you will learn very quickly. And tigers don't roar, they hiss, but they got claws. And my claws are my voice. Understood? Yeah. Keep on smirking. Keep on smirking.
Okay.
Until shit really gets serious. And when it gets serious in the court of law, and then when it gets serious when I file complaints, it gets real serious then. Then you learn quick.
Absolutely beautiful audit done by Siberian Tiger. He really let them know how we feel. Even if we can't get anything done by complaints, even if we can't get very much done in a court of law, he still let these individual men know that you and I have lost respect for these guys calling themselves law enforcers instead of rights protectors, calling themselves cops instead of peace officers, wearing a black uniform instead of a white and yellow uniform, hiding to get us on the side of the road to ticket us, fine us, fee us, arrest us, impound our car, take us to the dungeon, and steal our money. Siberian Tiger is absolutely nailing it, smacking these guys right on their ass. Smacking them right on their ass. It was absolutely a beautiful audit by Siberian Tiger. Full credit. Look how he disoriented all of them. Look how he disoriented each and every one of them. They're all now scattered, trying to figure out what to do, don't know how to answer appropriately. Listen, I'm gonna drop the link. Here's the link for the video. I'm not gonna show his whole audit here. I'm gonna let you guys pop on over there and watch his full video. Listen, I'm running a special this week. I'm going to give you guys everything I sell in my store for free. All you got to do is get one trifold. Go to DeleteLawZ.com. I'm also going to send you the cop cards with the trifold. You're going to get a driver and non-driver card. And every activist and auditor, even with the driver card, #1 on here, cop comes up and says anything to you, it says right there, #1, cop cited. Start filming and say, I invoke my First Amendment rights. Turner versus Driver upholds the First Amendment. It's your right to film police. There it is. You have this in your pocket so that when you do film police, and I'm going to ask each and every person in here to go out and film some cops this week. When you see someone get pulled over, I want you to go film that cop. I want you to film your first cop this week. I want you to pull over on the side of your car, wherever you are. You don't even have to get out. You can film through your windshield or through your driver's side window, as long as the cop knows you're filming, and I want you to film him. If you need a pair of cop cards, if you send me a video of you filming a cop, I'll send you the cop cards for free. I'll send you my cop cards for free. I'll pay for it myself. I paid for the card. I'll pay for the shipping. You send me a video of you filming cops this week, I'll give you a pair of cop cards for free. How's that? What's up, Playboy? How's that? I'll give them to you for free. Good enough? If you want a pair of cop cards before, go to my website. You can buy the cop cards you want. They're $10, or you can go to DeleteLawZ.com, get a trifold, which invokes your Fifth Amendment rights. Got a bunch of case law inside of it. And then you can use this bad chicken for when you film cops. But I want everybody this week to go out and film cops. I want everybody to do their first audit or their second audit. I want you to go and film cops this week. The editors, I want you to cut this. My name is ChilleDeCastro. The name of my channel is DeleteLawZ. I have a personal challenge for you. I want you to go out and film cops this week. I want you to go over on the side of the road, pull over. If you want to get out of your car and film them, great. But I want to see you filming cops. That's what I want to see happen this week. I want you to go out and film cops with your camera. Narrate what's happening. I'm on the side of the road on 5th and Johnson. I got a copper here. It looks like he's from Richmond County, and I'm filming this cop. Hey, copper, I'm a member of the press. I invoke my First Amendment right to film you. I want to see you film cops. Show me your video. Send it to me. I'll put it on my channel. If you want to film your face and film from behind like I do, go ahead and do it. If you just want your voice on there, go ahead and do it. If you want to do the 2-camera system like I often do, one facing me, one facing out, then do it like this. One's filming this way, one's filming my face, the other one's filming the copper. I want you to do your first audit this week. I want you to film cops this week. That is your assignment. Charlie boy, come here, boy. Come here. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come here. Come here. What are you doing, little guy? What are you barking at, huh? What are you barking at? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Tell him I want you to do your first audit. I want your first audit this week. I want your first audit this week. I want it. I want you to audit cops this week. I want you to film it, Charlie. Tell him. Tell him, Charlie, tell him. Go get him, Charlie. So the thing is that my dog, he does this kind of growl bark thing. He, at least once or twice a day, when you go to pet him, he'll just sit there and he loves it. So when he gets amped up, that's what he likes to do. You can see it. So it's super fun. It is super fun. But listen, that's what I want you guys to do. Film the cop. Make sure you go buy the Armed Fisherman's channel. Go buy Siberian Tiger channel. Subscribe. Tell him I sent you. Listen, Armed Fisherman, my friend, you finally, really, honestly, you expose them. The Armed Fishermen, you expose them. And then the third thing is, remember, it is your assignment this week to go out and film a cop. Send me your video. I'll put it on my channel, especially if it's a good audit. If you really whip those cops' asses, I'll put it on my channel. Okay. Listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Remember this week's special, you go to DeleteLawZ.com, get a trifold. I'll give you everything in my store for free. Every single thing that I sell in my store, I'll give to you for free. I will give you the cop cards for free as well. I'll give you my poster. I'll give you my ebook. I'll give you all the periodicals. I'll give you a digital copy of the trifold so you can print out a bunch more. And they're in black and white, by the way. So you can just have a regular black and white printer. Print out 100 and give them off to everybody. Everybody has to have a trifold in the car. And of course, I'll include this fancy broccoli wad rubber band for your visor, just like that. DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. I do have some posters in. I got some posters in stock right now. I know that Shanta is waiting on a hoodie. I know that Jungle is Massive is waiting on a poster. There's one other person waiting on a poster. So I'll get everything out this week. Listen, thank you guys for coming. I super appreciate it. Soy Leal, good to see you. Showcase Audits. Can I get an OTVO in the comment section? Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Can you get it in the comment section for me? The Armed Fisherman has exposed them. The Armed Fisherman has exposed the cops through his deposition. Fantastic job, Armed Fisherman. Milena, good to see you. Lezo TVO. Chevy. Jungle is Massive. I got your poster coming this week. Jungle is Massive. Thank you. I appreciate it. Claudette, good to see you. Gloria, my friend. It's always nice to see you. Kinetic Customs and Racing. Thanks for sending me that case law today. I'm going to be covering it this week. Showcase Audits. Roger, Soy Leal, Roger, Texans. Good to see everybody. Cope Doggy Dog. Cope Doggy Dog is in the hizzy. Good to see you. Peter, thank you for coming. Jim, thanks for coming. Huey, I really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. Listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Was Mikey B in here tonight? Chevy? All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.